Today we're going to look at problem solving, and all that means is translating from words into a math. And there are certain words that mean certain things, and we have our four main math problems: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And then we have words that mean that. So there's our addition ones. We have things like sum, more than, increase, subtraction, minus, decrease, subtracted from. Difference is the main one that I would say we might want to focus a little bit on, because that one right there. We also have the word than, and I want to highlight that. Than means we need to write everything after that first, if you look at how the problem is written over here. And then we have things like multiplication, and so I want to highlight product. Things like twice. Twice a number means 2, so if you look at twice means 2 times. Divided, the one word that we might want to look at is quotient. Quotient means division, and you write it like you read it. 7 is on top when it's written first, but if it's written second, like this one right here, it's on the bottom. Depends on what's written first. Reciprocal is another one that means division. Then we have things that have more than one operation, and all that means is we use parentheses. So if we have the sum of twice of numbers, but we have twice the sum of a number, we have to put the parentheses when we're multiplying. So this one, we need the parentheses. So if you look over here, we have parentheses. So we're going to take these and solve some problems. We're going to start with our first word problem, which we've done word problems. We're going to translate this and then solve it. So 9 subtracted from 8 times a number is 39. So 9 subtracted from 8 times a number. So 8 times a number has to go first because 9 subtracted from it. So subtract 9 means equals 39. And so we have our equation. Now we can go through our steps of solving. So I'm going to do my addition property, add 9 to both sides. And when I add 9 to both sides, I get 48. And then I'm going to divide by 8 to solve this problem, which is 6. And so we've solved that problem. Let's look at the next one. And this is the one that's kind of tricky. Let's talk about consecutive numbers, which consecutive means numbers that are in order. So an example of consecutive numbers, 1, 2. Another example is 10 and 11. So what we want to do is look what they're asking for. In this case, talking about the Giants and the Bills had an error-free game, and the sum of the score was 39, and they were consecutive numbers. So if we don't know what they are, the first one is always n, which is the first number. But to get to the next number, so if you look at how do we get from 1 to 2, we basically add 1. So consecutive numbers are just adding 1 to the first number. So this would be the second number. And if we want to know the total was 39, total means add. So I'm going to take my first consecutive, add it to my second consecutive, and I will get 39. And so that gives us the equation, and then we go through the process of solving this equation. Combine like terms, subtract 1, and then divide by 2, I get 19. So if my first number equals 19, my second number is 20. And see how they're in order? So our first one is always n, so our second one is always add 1 to it. And so when we solve our equation, we have our n, and we add 1 to it. And if you add 19 and 29, I get 39. So it solves the problem.